Well, guys, I know I slammed you yesterday with a bunch of videos, and I apologize for that. They've been piling up, and I just noticed them on the cards. So I said, well, let me just get rid of them. So I threw them on. Yeah, I look at YouTube as a few different things. One is a database. Hopefully, it'll hold videos for forever, whatever forever is. It'll always be there, and we will all always be a part of history in there. So it's not just what's going on today, but it's what might be going on years from now. So we have to look at it as being such. Rememberings of family members and stuff like that, and it could be a number of things. We just think of it today as entertainment, a way of showing and finding things, doing things. But I believe it's much more than that. However, I didn't mean to dump all those videos on you, but I just soon have them out there on YouTube so that people in the future can see them than to have them deleted. So, today is, what is today? I think today is Thursday. Today is Thursday, 6/20/19, and it is 13:16 hours. It's another beautiful day, as you can see. 73 outside, 78 in here, and again, another dismal day. They are saying, however, summer supposed to start next week. Oh, goody. So, my phone crapped out. Well, let me see if I can turn it on to even show you. I'm going to get a hold of Samsung. I almost made the decision today to go with an Apple, an iPhone. However, the reason why I didn't, for me, first of all, for what I use a phone for, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference on how good the camera is. Having a camera is a good idea, but it doesn't have to be, the quality of a $3,000 camera, My phones are more or less used for phones, an occasional picture, texting, an email, phone calls. Sometimes I'll use a translator, but I don't do YouTube or Facebook or video watching, stuff like that. I don't do all that on the phone. However, this is a Galaxy Note 5, and as you can see the screen, I'm sure, it is basically bled out. And it gets to a point to where, let me see if I can turn it off. It may not even, good, it turned off, because before it wasn't even working. And battery, you can't take it out because they're sealed batteries, so, it was like going to have to just go run dead. But I went to buy a phone. I was going to go with an Apple. I have a Note 4 here that's been working faithfully. I have the other phone that I bought because it's just a good shit-kicking phone that puts up with all kinds of abuse. However, the software is outdated and it's too old to update the software, and fortunately I need a phone that's going to have Android 6 or higher in order for me to use some of my apps, and the phone would not go that high, so I was kind of stuck there. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I was going to go with an Apple, an iPhone, and use that as my main just to see how the Apple would work, and go with the Note 4 as my secondary phone number. And then I'm starting to look and I'm thinking, well, if I had done that, I didn't do it. I stayed with the Samsung. The wife has a Samsung. She has a Note 4 or Note 5, and her phone works basically the same as mine. And if I went with an Apple or an iPhone, she would have to try to figure out how to use it. And seeing that she doesn't use it all the time, hardly ever, she'd never had the opportunity of figuring it out. Where if she needed to use my phone in a hurry, she probably wouldn't know how to use it. She's used to the Samsung, so I bought another Samsung because it works just like hers. She picks it up, she knows what she's doing, and she's not trying to figure something out, you know, in a case of an emergency or something. So what I did was, there's another phone that you're not seeing. That had my secondary number in it. I took that secondary number out and I put it into this Note 4. And I got all these little flies and flying ants. So I put it into the Note 4. The Note 5, the screen crapped out. I'm going to send it back. I got to call them first. Because the last time I had a screen go bad and I called them, I think it cost me $60 to get it fixed. Because it wasn't cracked or anything. It was just bad. So it was cheap. They wanted 160 or 180 or something like that to fix it if it had cracked. But if it wasn't a crack, then they were going to fix it for cheap. But meanwhile, I'm probably going to get this one fixed. But went to the store today and I ended up buying another phone. I bought the Note 9. I don't know for sure if I'm going to like it. However, it works just like all my other Notes. I'm used to the Galaxies, the Samsungs, the apps, so I decided that's what I went with. Now, they wanted $33 a month for like 3 or 30 months or something with a contract. Well, see, I don't have any contract with them. Because after the first time buying a phone and having that so-called contract, even though it was only costing me $30 a month for the phone, as well as on top of the phone bill, but I decided to, after that, never to really go with their contracts, with their monthly leasing of the phones and be locked in to a contract. So I just bought this one. They also said, well, you know, you can pay it off sooner. Yeah, but I'm still stuck with the contract. And that's what it is. Yeah, I can pay the phone off sooner, but I still signed up for a 30-month contract. So what I do is I just bought the phone. I paid for it and said, screw it. Now, however, I did put it on a charge card, because now I can pay it off sooner and I have no contract. Huh, Bear? Yeah, so we have no contract now. So now I'm still with no contract, so I can cancel them at any time and go to, I forgot what other one it is that uses them, T-Mobile or whatever. But at that point, I don't have to worry about it. So that's what I did. And now, if, like I say, if I want to pay it off in 6 months, I can. If I want to pay it off in a year, I can. You know, if I want to pay it off over 3 years, I can. Whatever it is. So I decided just to buy it outright. It did cost $1,000, which is a lot of money. I don't like spending that kind of money for a phone that I'm not going to use. But they're more or less forcing you into it. You know, it's either you got to buy this or buy one that doesn't do everything you need. So that's where I was at. So that's what I bought. So now I got to set it all up.